Hello, Shelley Kino here. I just want to read to you a little snippet from my book, Those Who Can't Teach: True Stories of Special Needs Families to Promote Acceptance, Empathy, and Inclusion. This chapter is one of the first ones that I interviewed the family, and their story has many ups and a few downs. And I'm going to read you one of the ups from their story. This is the story of Linus. And every story in this book is a true story developed after the families and I sat together and interviewed. And they were very raw in their feelings and their experiences. And then they also had the ability, once the story was written, to look over it and make sure that it was the way they wanted their story told. There are so many people in this world who have negative feelings and thoughts towards someone who has a disability or towards a family who has a member with a disability. And this book is to challenge those thoughts and those perspectives. So here is a snippet from Linus's chapter. A bright spot in Linus's academic career was his favorite teacher in 8th grade, Mr. Rakish. Mr. Rakish made social studies come to life with his teaching style, incorporating visuals and stories. The students rarely had to read a textbook and answer the questions at the end of the chapters. One day, when Lucy picked Linus up from school, he bounded through the school doors to the car. He was beaming. This was such a memorable moment for Lucy because Linus rarely beamed coming out of school. Linus said, Mom, guess what? Today, Mr. Rakish asked, who in this class loves social studies? And I raised my hand. Then he asked, who in this class loves social studies and is getting a good grade in here? And I raised my hand again. Then guess what, Mom? He called on me and said I could do the announcements tomorrow. It was a huge moment for Linus that Lucy will never forget. She said she had to hold back tears of joy. Linus felt normal. He felt special, and she could see by the look on his face that he was truly proud of himself. Linus had forgotten something at school, so Lucy went back to pick it up for him. She saw Mr. Rakish sitting at his desk, and she told him what a wonderful teacher he was and the story of Linus's excitement. Mr. Rakish was very touched and thanked her for making his day. He said, "This is what teaching is about, the kids in the classroom." So remember, go to my website. I never get it right. www.shelleykino.com. Click on the book, and during the checkout process, enter SODP, and that will trigger me to donate 20% of the sale of the book to Spirit of Discovery Park. I challenge you to read this book and to be challenged by what you read.